for my police, and I will strive to find some peace, but I won't take the other cheek.
Swallow your pride. needs to be locked up. If we don't get no justice, they don't get no peace. If we don't get no justice, they don't get no peace. If we don't get no justice, they don't get no peace. If we don't get no justice, they don't get no peace. You got a lot of amazing community organizers that put together today's action. Folks from Twin Cities Coalition for Justice for Jamar, make some noise. Folks from Communities United Against Police Brutality, make some noise. You got many organizations out here, and you got many black and brown faces on the other side of the camera. Make some noise for them. I'm gonna turn it over to Jay Yates. Give it up for Jay, y'all.
We're gonna go ahead and get it going. We are supposed to have a land acknowledgement, but they are running late. So we are gonna go ahead and just start. We're gonna do some chants, buy a little more time for our land acknowledgement folks to get here. But first, I just wanted to say thank you all for being here. It feels really good to be out with community and people that I recognize from so many other actions. It's good to see y'all. We at Twin Cities Coalition for Justice for Jamar are out here and organized this with the 20 other organizations, including CARE Minnesota and Families Supporting Families Against Police Violence. And we're here because, like Toussaint said, we want justice. We want to live in a world where people who murder civilians go to jail and face consequences. We want to live in a world where cops can't just do whatever they want in our communities. We want to live in a world where cops maybe don't exist at some point. And we want to make that happen by getting control over the police. We want to be able to control what happens in our streets. These are our streets, y'all. These are our streets, and we're taking ownership of them back. And being here is a first step in doing that. So, without further ado, we're gonna move into some chants, and yeah, keep the energy up. Whole streets!
Our streets!
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 Whole streets! Whole streets! Whole streets!
Our streets!
Whole streets!
Our streets!
What do we want? Who do we want it for? What do we want? Who do we want it for? Who? 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 What do we want? What do we want it? What do we want? What do we want it? What do we want? What do we want it? What do we want? What do we want it? What do we want? What do we want it? What do we want? What do we want it? What do we want? What do we want it? What do we want?
Justice!
What do we want it? What do we want?
Justice!
What do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Justice!
What do we want it?
Now!
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 What do we want it? It died. Can't fit. Cause this killer system is filthy as hell. It died. Can't fit. Send this killer cop to jail. The whole damn system the press. Could we have y'all like side? We need some room for speakers. Thank you. Next round. The speaker from Native Lives Matter. We organize with Native Lives Matter a lot. They're really incredible people, and it's an honor to have them here with us today. Carissa is going to be speaking for Native Lives Matter, and it's the cousin to Phil Quinn, Billy Hughes, John Taylor Wright, killed by police at St. Paul Christian Center. So give it up for Carissa.
How thank you. I'll take a look for Indigenous College Bristol, Indigenous College Dragonashimo. Nagiti Ninjadin, the Tommy Kamanda, the Wababagani Cog, Ninjunjiba. Said hello, my name is, my spirit name is Rase Kamagoko, I mean Shining Earthworm.
Jojo, you want to go down there?
My English name is Rissa.
We don't need to stay here.
No, we don't, but they're gonna live right here and then march a little bit and then come back somewhere.
I'm from the White Earth Reservation. I'd like to start us off with the land acknowledgement. In 1851, the treaties of Mendota and Traverse de Sioux ceded 35,000, a 20-mile strip of land along the Minnesota River. These treaties were incredibly unfair and were followed by more policies implemented by the U.S. and Minnesota governments, whose aim was to continue exploiting indigenous land. In response to these inhumane conditions, Dakota people began to fight back, which led to the U.S.-Dakota War, which spanned from the fall of 1862 to the spring of 1863. Within that time span, hundreds of Dakota people were placed into an internment camp at Fort Snelling. Dakota people died while living in the camp due to hazardous living conditions and attacks by soldiers and other civilians. Following the end of the war, 38 Dakota men were sentenced to death by the U.S. government with the endorsement of the bullshit President Abraham Lincoln. The 38 men were hanged in Mankato. The largest mass people were banished from the state of Minnesota by the Dakota Expulsion Act, which abrogated all Dakota treaties and made it illegal for Dakota people to live in the state. This applied to all Dakota, regardless of whether they joined the war in 1862, and this law has never been repealed. So with that said, I want to say this state is guilty of genocide, oppression, white supremacists, following terrorists, civilians, whatever. Dakota and Ojibwe and other indigenous people, along with our black brothers and sisters, instead. And that's why we're all gathered in unity today to stand for our brother George Floyd and demand that he receive justice. Chauvin is also guilty of committing a murder of an indigenous man by the name of Wayne Reyes. Can everybody say Wayne Reyes? Wayne Reyes? Wayne Reyes. He is a serial killer and he needs to serve time for the actions he has committed. I wasn't able to, so I'm just going to leave it at that. People are still here and we stand in solidarity with Black Lives Matter. Native Lives Matter here. Native Lives Matter here. Native Lives Matter here. Native Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter.
Justice.
When do we want it? What do we want?
Justice.
When do we want it? What do we want?
Justice.
When do we want it? What do we want?
Justice.
When do we want it? What do we want? For whom?
Floyd.
For whom?
George Floyd.
Say it's dead.
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 Welcome the Mexican dancers. So we can get some space.
All right, Mark. All right. You want to step up? Book your B and C lead then, I'll just...